You ever notice when somebody doesn't want to follow the truth, they will start trying to bring up commandments that you might not be following? And so that's why it's the benefit to follow the commandments so you can be like, yeah, I don't mix linen with wool. Because that's just one of those commandments that people always bring up in a way to justify their sins. It's like, no, I actually listened to that. But anyway, I was on Reddit and I got banned for 3 days for saying homosexuality was a sin. And then I got banned again starting this morning for 7 days for the same thing. And so, yeah, no, the powers that be are at work right now and they're trying funny stuff. Yeah, and this was by a group that is called Christianity and they claim they're Christians, but apparently the group is ran by two atheists and a transsexual man or woman, I don't know. So it's not a Christian group. It's a group of perpetrators trying to deceive people into a false kind of Christianity. Um, because what better way to break down the group than to infiltrate their group? So I had a dream last night. I haven't had a dream in a while. I've had visions from time to time just of God trying to warn me of people or situations, but I think the last time I had a dream, it's almost been a year concerning the things that are going to happen soon. And part of that's my fault. Part of it is because I haven't really been keeping up with my reading and prayer and fasting and that kind of thing. But I recently got back into my reading. And so I think that's why I had this dream. Plus, I was asking the Father because I'm like, I just can't see things going on like this, you know? At some point, God took his children out of Egypt because he knew that there was just no way, you know, they could stay clean from the Egyptians concerning what the Egyptians were doing. You know, because whatever nation that you're scattered into, you're going to take on their likeness. You're going to take on their customs. I mean, he told us not to do those things, but, you know, when you get to a point of weakness, it becomes extra hard not to, and then you start getting spiritually attacked and all these kinds of things. So God typically has mercy on us, but so I ended up talking to a young man because he was on Instagram and he was of the, I think it's called Abimelech, no, I'm really butchering it, but it's a tribe in Cameroon, and they have a high portion of the E1B141A, like the highest of anyone else. And there was a literal Jewish rabbi that confirms that these people are Hebrews, a black tribe in Africa. Wow, surprise. Many of them are Hebrews. And so he showed up on my Instagram feed and, you know, he was wearing makeup and he was very effeminate. And so I had said something like, you can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. You're a Hebrew. You shouldn't be acting like this. And he went off at first, but then he actually ended up messaging me and we had a conversation concerning the signs of the times because, you know, he considers himself a eunuch, but I said eunuchs can come into the fold, you know. So he knows all these things, you know, concerning the prophecies and that, but he's still acting in the way of an effeminate man. And so I don't know. I don't think it's a coincidence that I had these conversations with him because he was confirming a lot of things in which God was telling me. But he's acting this way because we're scattered into another land. And once he repents and gets his house in order, you know, this is just part of where I feel like God is leading us. I said to myself the other day that I hope it doesn't hail in Texas and I hope my car doesn't get damaged. I don't remember why I said that, but it just came to my mind. And so I ended up having a dream last night and it made me want to read the Exodus because you got all these weird things that are happening right now. I'm asking God about in Exodus. You got monkeypox, which probably represents the boils. Then the book started talking about the hell that was hitting the land of Egypt, but the Israelites did not get hurt because they were in the land of Goshen, which means the land of drawing, as in when God is calling you type deal. And so he protected them. There's another part that talks about how all of the livestock started to die for those who did not come back to the house. And God has been warning people to repent, including myself. But I heard it loud and clear last night. So this dream that I had, I was almost like remote viewing my mom's house. And for a split second, I saw my brother on the couch. And then it went to my mom crying. And I had asked, oh, your firstborn son has died. And she said yes, and she was very upset about it, and I felt bad, and I said, I'm sorry. Like, I haven't seen my mom in a year. I don't know if this means that my brother is going to die or what, but I remember being sad about it because I'm like, I tried to tell him about God so many times, he just refused to repent. So, yeah, in Exodus, God actually killed the firstborn son. And that's when Pharaoh was like, all right, I'll let your people go. But this was like the last plague. And so, I think we have a few before then. We'll see what happens. Pray for my brother to repent. I don't know. I mean, he killed like all the firstborn. Read Exodus. Take this into consideration. And you guys be blessed. Bye.